Hello, everyone. Today we are going to be tapping to help us cultivate more of a relationship between the mind and the body. I think a great example that a lot of people can relate to is this idea that when we are feeling stressed and overwhelmed, we can feel that physically in our body. I know for me, I typically will get a lot of pressure in my neck and my shoulders, tightness, achiness. I know other clients that I work with are people that deal with a lot of stomach issues, stomach aches, or chronic headaches related to stress. And the thing is that while that might be the one thing that comes to mind when you think about feeling things emotionally in the body, it's not just with stress that we feel things physically. It's with all sorts of emotions, any emotion, sadness, anger, frustration, overwhelm. All of these things can manifest their way into the physical body. And so, what we are going to do today is really focus on a physical sensation that we might be experiencing. And now it can be just an ache or a pain that you're dealing with, or just a slight discomfort, or it could be more of a chronic condition that you're dealing with. And then we're going to see if any sort of emotion makes itself known, something that perhaps you were not aware of before. It's also possible to do this in the opposite approach, which we will do at a future time, where you really are aware of the emotion that you're dealing with, but maybe not so aware of how it might be presenting itself in the body. So just throwing that out there, that there are different ways that we can work with this. Coming to that pinky side of the hand. Even though I'm dealing with this physical sensation in the body, right here, right now, I'm ready to explore it. So taking a moment to really tune in to what the physical sensation is, where you're feeling that in the body, and putting a few words to it. So for example, if it was pain in the shoulder, you want to get as specific as possible. So you could say something like, even though I have this sharp, burning pain in my left shoulder, that's just what I'm dealing with right now. So putting as many descriptor words together as you can that really hone in on what it is that you're feeling is going to be a really helpful part of this process. So even though I'm dealing with this physical sensation in the body, I love and accept myself. Even though I'm dealing with this pain in my fill in the blank, I'm ready to explore it and see if any emotions are attached to it. I'm choosing to love myself through this. This pain in my shoulder, this sharp pain in my left shoulder. I've been dealing with this for a while now. It's really frustrating. It happens from time to time and it usually goes away. But this time it's lingering. And it's so frustrating. This pain is limiting. It's limiting me from doing the things that I want to do. I get worried about doing certain activities. I wonder, is it going to flare up? Be more painful? And then I get anxious. And sometimes I don't do anything. And then I feel bad about that. Even though I've been dealing with this pain in my body for a while, I'm ready to explore it on a deeper level. Even though I'm dealing with this pain in my shoulder, and I'm so frustrated by it, I'm choosing to love myself through it. Even though this pain is so tense and tight, it's okay and I'm okay. All of this pain and tension in my shoulder. It's so frustrating. I wonder if there's more to it. I wonder if there is an emotion attached to it. I'm curious about that. wonder what it could be. I'm feeling so frustrated that I have to deal with this. Frustrated and limited. It's so annoying. Even though I'm really frustrated and annoyed, I love and accept myself. Even though I'm really frustrated, it's okay. I'm allowed to be frustrated. I understand why I'm frustrated. Even though I have this pain in my body, I'm curious if there's an emotion attached to it. So, really tuning into the pain that you're dealing with and asking yourself the question, if this pain could talk to you, what would it say? I wonder what this pain in my shoulder would say. This pain in my shoulder, it feels like it's screaming at me, but I'm not totally sure what it's saying. What are you saying to me, shoulder? I just had the thought, stop pushing yourself so hard. What is your body telling you? This pain is screaming at me. It wants my attention. And it's got it right now. I'm open to the messages that my shoulder has to tell me. I'm open to the messages that my body is trying to communicate. I'm ready to listen. I want to listen. This pain is not serving me. It's not helping me in any way. And I'm ready to get to the bottom of it. What are you telling me, shoulder? You have my attention. What are you trying to tell me? Pause right there. Bring the hands to the heart or the chest. Just take a nice deep breath in. Close the eyes. And let it go. Really try to tune in. And as silly as it may sound, try to have a conversation with that sensation. What is it saying? And you can kind of just go back and forth in your mind of what you would say to the pain and what the pain might be saying to you. And while that may seem a little silly at first, you really can gain some amazing insight through going through that process. And it's a beautiful way of beginning to really strengthen that relationship between the mind and the body. So I hope that that practice helps you. Know that when you're doing this yourself, or when you're doing this in a one-on-one situation with a practitioner, there's lots of different questions that you can ask that pain, things that you might notice about the pain. What does the pain remind you of? What was going on in your life when the pain started? All these things that might just spark a thought of something that you haven't thought about in years or that you didn't have awareness around before. Do more tapping around whatever that thing is and see where it goes, because it will undoubtedly lead you down a path and you will get closer to figuring out what emotion is associated with it, what might be contributing to it, why this emotion might be exacerbating the physical pain. And this goes for people that are dealing with pain that is from a specific event too, right? So even if you, let's say, were in a car accident, or you did something and you know exactly when you tweaked that body part, even when there's a reason for the pain, there's still going to be an emotional component attached to it. So I really encourage you to explore that. And if you need any help, please do not hesitate to reach out. Visit me on my website, mindshiftwithlauren.com. I am EFT practitioner and coach, Lauren Fonvielle, and I'm here to support you however I can. Sending all the good juju your way. Take care, guys. Bye.